To the coffin, just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if it getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back then, I'd be tripping off that. Took a little time just to get me on track. I went from snotty to snobby, got it like I'm immune to everybody, this is stunt 101. Up in the club, throwing the 50s like hated to love it, I just...
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go,
Smith, the man in motion left. Play action. Here's Hurts. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. You got to shake that off and get going.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Eagles 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. After 7-0, Audier Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Cook. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Trying the power game with Ham. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. to it after the pick six. Cousin. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up the 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
In motion left goes Smith. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is and this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw it is Cousins. He's got Smith here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings use the short field to get in for 6. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And I tell you what, partner, I think this guy's going to like running behind his new offensive line.
I agree with you, and you can never have enough good runners. They usually provide a nice little spark with their new team.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In motion left goes Smith. On 2nd and 9. Hurts buying time to his left. And it's caught. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Up the middle with Eckler, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
54 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. From the 39, Hurts forced out to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll send the tight end in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Smith, the man in motion left. They go play action with Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. James Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are on their way to a 2-0 start. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. One last shot now for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon,